All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Other Half Brewing Company, and they're out of both Brooklyn and Rochester, New York, and this is their Double Vanilla Boysenberry Crunchee, the marshmallow variant. So they're calling this one an Imperial Boysenberry Vanilla and Marshmallow Granola Berliner Weisse that is brewed with boysenberries, marshmallows, toasted coconut, vanilla, maple syrup, cinnamon, almonds, and lactose. Comes in at 7.4% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Alex, for hooking me up with this one. Thank you very much, dude. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Alex sent my way. And I was really happy he sent me this one because they released this one when I couldn't make it out to the brewery. They actually released the regular version of this and then the marshmallow variant. And I was kind of bummed I missed out on both of them. But you know what? Alex is a good dude and he hooked me up. And I had no idea he was doing so. He just ended up sending me one. I'm like, yeah, awesome. So like most of the crunchy beers, tons of shit going on in this one now. They just say vanilla, but they're using double the vanilla I think they usually use in all their crunchies, and they're using boysenberry as the main ingredient, and it sounds like it might be delicious. So let's crack this one open, see what we got going on. Another crunchy on the channel. I've reviewed, I don't know, about a half dozen at this point. Yeah, that looks like there's boysenberry in there for sure. Give it a nice little pour here. About like that. Throw it over here. So yeah, the marshmallow variant. Now, there aren't a lot of beers that I actually get marshmallows in, like the actual taste of a marshmallow. More often than not, it comes off as vanilla, so I'm hoping actual marshmallows in this one. So, pours out like the straight up purple color, very murkid and turbid. I said murkid. Combination of murky and turbid, murkid. Murkid, it's murkid. About a finger and a half of a light purple, creamy colored head. Looks fantastic. Yeah, looks like a beer within the Crunchee series. Well, not much more to say. Let's get a nose. Okay, I was going to say, the Crunchies have a distinct granola kind of vibe to them. They always say they're going for like a parfait with granola in it, right? And it always has this, just straight up like granola kind of character to it. And I didn't get it on the first roll, but I got it in the second one. Probably because the head was a bit too big. Yeah, so boysenberry, sure. I wouldn't say necessarily boysenberries. I think boysenberries are a hybrid of raspberry and blackberry. I would say a nondescript berry kind of scent. Definitely vanilla. I'm getting the slight toasted coconut and like maple. The vanilla's starting to kick in. Again, not getting much marshmallow. Marshmallow, again, to me, comes off usually as vanilla in beers. Kind of happening here. But man, it just smells like a berry. So I had the mixed berry. I think it was the mixed berry Crunchee. One of the best Crunchies I've had. Kind of is reminiscent of that, but maybe not as impactful on the nose. Like it's don't get me wrong, it smells awesome. It just doesn't smell much different than that beer, and maybe not as bombastic. Shout out Paul over at PA Brew News. But yeah, sweet, berry-like, vanilla, a little bit of that maple. Not really getting a lot of cinnamon. I typically don't. A little touch of nuttiness from the almonds. And the marshmallows just kind of mixing as vanilla. It smells pretty good though. Let's get into it. Cheers everybody, and thanks again, Alex. Two thumbs up. It's nice. I'll tell you right from the get-go. Let me actually go back one more sip. Not right from the get-go. It's a really tasty beer. And I don't think I've disliked any of the Crunchies, and it's not going to start here. But this just doesn't have the complexity right off the first couple sips and just like the waves of flavors that this series typically gives to me. So first things, the mouthfeel and body. Body in this one, medium, touch over medium, appropriate for 7.4%. The mouthfeel. The Crunchee series, when I first had a couple of them, they were giving me like really soft, smooth, creamy vibes. And this has it a bit, but it has a little bit more carbonation. I've noticed the carbonation on some of these recent Crunchies, a little bit more vibrant. It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm noticing it. At least, I mean, I could be stupid. I mean, I am stupid, but I'm just saying, like, I can notice it from the first Crunchies to the last, like, 2 or 3 I've had. Carbonation seems to be a bit bigger. The taste, though, definitely berries. I wouldn't be able to say boysenberries. I'm getting more of like a blueberry kind of thing going on, which is weird because, again, raspberries, blackberries equal boysenberries. You get more blueberry. The vanilla is very prominent. This is a big vanilla, like it has a big vanilla kick to it. This is a vanilla beer through and through. So if you don't like vanilla, you're probably not going to like this one. But then again, it says Double Vanilla Boysenberry Crunchee. So right from the get-go, if you don't like vanilla, then you're probably not buying this one to begin with. But yeah, berries, a lot of vanilla, a little bit of maple. Definitely getting the granola kind of vibe to this one. It's really sweet up front, passes through the palate. Little touch, like a touch of like nuttiness from the almonds, and a slight dryness kind of hits, and that carries on to the back of the palate. So there's no bitterness to speak of. It finishes with a pretty big residual sweetness, a little bit of dryness to break it up. For the most part, this definitely leans sweet, and it's borderline cloying for me. I'm going to be able to finish that can because I don't mind sweeter beers like this, but I can see some people drinking this and being like, hey, I just want half that can. 7.4%, you can't tell. This drinks like it's 5. I will say this is a damn good beer. I'm really enjoying it. I like the berry component. I like vanilla, so the vanilla here is pretty prominent. I would say that a very good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, Kyle, over at No Hype Beer Reviews, he should be able to pull vanilla out of this one, and it's kind of an inside joke between the Nerd Sense guys and him and myself. Well, I'm not really included. It's mostly those guys, Sean, giving Kyle shit over it, but I would say that if Kyle couldn't get vanilla out of this, then his palate may be broken, but this is big vanilla. Very big vanilla. But yeah, I don't think this is as good as some of the series, but it's still really good. So I'm going to give the Double Vanilla Boysenberry Crunchee with marshmallows, which I really didn't talk about. We'll talk about in a second, but I'm going to give this a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.15 out of 5. Really good beer. It's probably one of my least enjoyable crunchies, but that speaks volumes to the series for what I enjoy about it. If I'm giving a beer a 4.15 out of 5, and I'm saying it's one of the least enjoyable within the series, you know the series is damn delicious. So the marshmallows in here, again, I don't get marshmallow character, even though there's marshmallow in beer 95% of the time, and it's happening here. This is just giving me straight up vanilla. It's just vanilla on top of vanilla and vanilla. So yeah, I mean, it almost, you know what this was kind of reminding me of? Like if you've ever had yogurt covered berries, or yogurt covered, like, there's raisins and stuff like that. But if you ever had yogurt covered berries, that's kind of what this is giving me with that vanilla. And they're trying to go for like a parfait and whatnot. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this one for the most part. So yeah, damn good beer. Just not one of my favorite within the series. Still a really good rating. Price and availability, brewery only. Sometimes they get mobile canning. There's mobile canning releases in New York State. Sometimes they get small distro into small bottle shops in bigger cities in New York, but usually brewery only. And price point, like all the Crunchies, $22 a 4-pack. And would I pay that again for this? Probably not. Then again, I didn't pay for it in the first time because Alex sent it to me. So thank you very much, Alex, for hooking me up with this one. I really wanted to try either the base or this one. Really happy I got a chance to try it via Alex. So awesome. Can't say enough of your generosity, Alex, because you've hooked me up with some really good beers. But $22 a 4-pack, after having this one, I don't think I would buy this one again. There's better Crunchies for me personally within the series that I would have no problem paying $22 a 4-pack. But for this beer, no, I would probably pay like $4 to $4.50 a can, so say $16, $18 a can. That's where this would be 4.15 out of 5. I think that would be appropriate value. So a little bit more than I'd pay for it now at this point. But if I would have went to the brewery when they released it, I would have definitely bought at least a 4-pack, if not a couple, because that's how good the Crunchee series is. And more often than not, the Crunchee series is delicious. So yeah. Anyway, thanks again to Alex for hooking me up with this one. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. If you've had this one before, post in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Or if you've had the base non-marshmallow variant, I'd be curious to hear from you as well. Till the next one, cheers.